Hello traders, welcome back to this video. An update for some pairs. For GBPUSD, we have an update. On this pair here, we expected some sales from this zone, from this order block, a 1 hour order block. And I said if we don't get a change of character from this zone, we are not going to enter this trade. And we did not get any change of character from this zone. So this zone has been violated, and I expect the market to be going higher. So when we go to the daily time frame, we can spot that we have two zones that the market can be reacting from, and I want us to watch out for these areas. So here we have the change of character. We have the change of character. Here we have the change of character down here. This is our change of character. And then after our change of character, we now expect the market to come back up to have a retracement. And for me, currently, I'm going to use this high as an inducement because after the change of character, the market has to take out a liquidity before moving to the downside. So watch out for this high. So I'm going to watch out for this high. If I get a good change of character, I'll be taking a trade from this point. But for me, for now, this point is not a good point to enter, but we will wait and see if we get a good change of character from this area. So, and the next point we have is up here. We have this daily order block that has a fair value gap, and you guys know very well how higher time frame order blocks are very powerful. So we have this order block and we have this order block, and I think the market will be willing to pull back up to this area, react from this area a little bit, and then next we will be going up here to mitigate this order block before we move downside because we have the change of character. So these are the areas we will be watching out for a change of character before we have our entries. And when we drop to the 4 hour time frame, this area here will can be used as a breaker block before we have the buyers pushing the price to the upside. So for me, in GBPUSD, my bias has changed. I'm going to be looking for buys from any areas that I will be getting good areas to take a trade from. Let's say maybe from the day, from the lower time frames, from the 15 minutes time frames or the 1 hour time frames. I'll be looking for buys to the upside to this zone, to the daily order block. Remember, we have this daily order block, so we will be looking for buys to this point. So the buyers we have here now, it is very clearly shown, and we are going to look for buys from the current point to the order block. So that is for GBPUSD. And next I have gold. I have an update on gold, so let's go to gold. So on gold currently, I'm watching for a setup from an area. Let me delete the setup so that we can analyze it together. So from gold, we currently see some buying pressure from this area, as I showed you from the last video. We have this buying pressure from this area, and now the market is approaching the area up here. So I'm waiting to see a reaction from this area, but for now I'm looking for buyers to buy from the setup to buy from this area to the upside, and I'm going to look for a very good setup from the lower time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, on the 1 hour time frame, sorry, on the 1 hour time frame, currently we have this structure building up on at this point. And before the market comes into this area, we want to look for buys from around this area to the upside. So on gold, there is an order block here I'm watching out for. And here we have a break of structure. We have this break of structure to the upside. a very clear break of structure. And in this break of structure, we have the sweep of liquidity. There are some internal structures being swept as liquidity on this other side. And also you can see this low here being swept as the liquidity. So we already have a sweep of liquidity in our point of interest. So this is the sweep of liquidity. And down here we have the order block, a very good order block. This is a very good order block from the 1 hour time frame. And just above the order block, we have a very good inducement that we hope the market will be taking out before going up. So this pullback here formed this break of structure, but for me this is not a good break of structure, a valid break of structure, because there is no any liquidity that was taken inside here before the move to the upside to break structure. And when you need to understand, when the imbalance is filled, but the imbalance was filled partially, that means there is still some orders that were not filled inside here. So the market will be very interested to pull back down to take out this inducement and tap into the order block before looking for more buys. So I'm currently watching out for this area, and my trade will be from down here, the stop loss just below the order block, and then the take profit will be up here after the market has will be having a pullback. So this is the setup on gold, and I'm currently waiting for this setup. So that is the update on gold and on GBPUSD. On gold, we will be looking for buys from this point. We currently have our confluences intact. We have the order block, and a good order block with a fair value gap. And then the order block is from an origin that has swept liquidity, and then another confluence. The origin that the order block belongs has broken structure to the upside. That is another confluence. And then we have an inducement just above our order block. We have so many confluences that are aligning with the current setup that we have. So I'm going to look for buys from this area, the upside. So that is for gold. And for GBPUSD, I've said clearly we have we should be looking for buys to the upside from any point that the market will be giving us an opportunity. We will be looking for buys from, let's say, maybe if we have a pullback to this area, look for a good entry point to the upside. So that is the update that I have for you guys. So kindly watch out for these setups and use proper risk management. So thank you guys. Let's see in the next video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe if you like this video.